Today on the channel, we're playing with Princess Power with the evil leader of the mighty Horde, Hordak.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line unboxing and review. And today we got the evil leader of the Horde, we got Hordak. But remember, for all your Masters of the Universe needs and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So Hordak is here, and Hordak did come from Big Bad Toy Store. He is shipping now. I don't know if they still have him in stock, but that's where I ordered him from. And Hordak, one of the big evil baddies in the Masters Universe, Eternia. You guys know the landscape with Skeletor, of course. And I always liked Hordak a whole lot, but full transparency here, Kyle was just a full-on boy as a little kid. He didn't want anything to do with She-Ra. I saw a couple episodes to be dangerous, but it just wasn't for me. It was just a little too girly, for lack of a better term, for young Kyle. I did really like Hordak, though. I wanted him to be over in He-Man a little bit more often than he was in She-Ra's landscape, for sure, because Hordak was a cool villain. I just couldn't get around She-Ra and her team as much as I'd like to. And one day, I promised myself, before I die, before I head to the grave, I want to watch every episode of She-Ra. It might be mind-numbing. I might have to tape my eyelids open. We'll see if I can do that, because as much as I like the original He-Man, man, that's a tough watch, too, outside of a couple of episodes. Doesn't hold up as well as some others. To me, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but G.I. Joe holds up the best of all 80s cartoons. For me. But we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We'll have a little bit of comparisons at the end of this very video. So let's take a look at Hordak, who is a deluxe figure in this Masters of the Universe Revelations wave. I don't know what we're calling it. New Eternia. It's kind of all over the place lately. They're really branching this line out, and they really need to do that for its success. If it was just tied to the Netflix show, I don't know if it would do so well, but it has the whole universe now. I think that is a smart move. Now, this is a deluxe figure. Some people do complain about that, said, oh, it doesn't feel deluxe. This does look a little deluxe to me, but we'll see when we get out of the package. But it is an interesting one. Of course, this is a little bit higher price point than the original ones. And I don't know about you guys, but my area, every single one of these figures across the Revelation Masterverse line have went to clearance. So if you're a long game player, you might be able to hang tight on this. But if you're a guy like me that needs your Hordak now, hey, Big Bad Toy Store can get it for you. But there it is, big window box. We got Hordak in there in his first trip into the Masterverse line. Of course, he's been in a lot of other lines over the years. You got that old Princess Power there. We're fueled with Princess Power here in this video. Looking good. A lot of accessories, big window box. Very traditional. There's cool artwork there. The ruthless leader of the evil horde. That's what it says on the side. And then on the back of the package, you got a little cross-sell action. Very cool artwork. No matter what He-Man line we're into, the artwork is always cool. A little Mantenna, a little leech hanging out in the back. Maybe an Easter egg of things to come here in the Masterverse line. Got a little blurb. You guys know I appreciate that. And he also has a throne. Get me the throne. Where is the throne? You know, this throne almost... Maybe I'll use that Lex Luthor McFarlane Toys throne for this. I'll have to dig that up somewhere. That might be a good one to use. But it definitely looks cool on the back. She-Ra, He-Man, Zodak, Skeletor, Catra. Waiting to get the rest of those. I do have She-Ra. Stay tuned for her unboxing, but I got to get the new foursome there. That's going to be a mixed bag wave. We'll see. I'm very intrigued to see what I think about this wave when it does come. Hordak, banished from Eternia by his pupil Skeletor. Oh, Skeletor. The vile Hordak rules the planet Eternia from the Fright Zone with cruel technology and dark magic. This ruthless tyrant delights in the pain and misery of others, even though in his evil horde who are most loyal to him. You know, I talked about Skeletor and him. I always liked Hordak. I like them both, really. I don't know who I like better. Probably Skeletor by a hair. I love Hordak, but I also loved King Hiss and the Snake Men too. And of course, 2023 in Origins, going to be the year of the Snake Men, so I'm ready for that as well. But let's get old Hordak out of the package here. We got that traditional gray kind of stone background, always looks really good. See you later, up high towards the sky. We're off to the races. We got a little plastic prison action going there. And we got a lot of stuff twist tied in. So there he is in the plastic prison. Give me 2 seconds. Let me get all this stuff out, and we'll be back talking all things Hordak. All right, we got Hordak out of the package. Let's start off with the accessories as we usually do, and we do get an extra arm. Oh, yes, an extra arm for Hordak, as he does have his blaster arm on there, on stock on the figure out of the package. But if you want to mix it up, you want to use a regular arm, you have this. Of course, it does match his other arm, his left arm. But very, very cool. Very cool detail. Very awesome to be able to mix and match between that. You don't always get the best of both worlds. And some of those hardcore fans out there might want two different versions of this figure, one full-on blazing, one with both arms. So you can choose your own hand adventure there. And you do get some hands here, and these hands, I believe, are repainted Skeletor hands from back in the day. So we do get a gripping hand. We do get a little come-hither pointing hand there for Hordak. We do get another attachment here, is kind of claw arm. You can use as an attachment with the figure. So we do have that. We do have his patented crossbow, Hordak the Hawkeye of Eternia, of course. There he is. Got his nice crossbow. This is a little bit more detailed. Got a nice plastic kind of goo. We'll call it goo. Why not? Let's goo. But it's got that there. It's got the plastic. Looks really good. Nice white. Nice dragon-style head with the red eyes, of course, to really set it off. Then we get the old evil Horde shield. Got to have a shield. Got to be able to block the fights from She-Ra and her friends. Old bow. You don't want any arrows hitting you. But we do have that nice sculpt here. All one color in red, of course. Then we get Hordak, and I already put this in here, but you do get a blast effect piece. Very similar to what we got with, didn't we get this with one of the vehicles? Maybe the Sky Sled. I think it is different, though. I think it might be a little bit longer on the end, but very similar to that. You can plug it in here for a little firing action. Of course, you got his cannon here. You can fire, or you can put the claw on there, or like I said, you can remove the whole arm, use this. So that is a nice touch of detail here with Hordak. But then we get down to Hordak, and man, this is a pretty good figure. Is it deluxe? I guess the accessories, the extra arm, stuff like that makes it feel deluxe. But I don't know if it's that far removed from a traditional Revelations figure, New Eternia figure, after all. But it is in the more iconic blue. I guess, how do you prefer your Hordak? Do you like him in the black, or do you like the blue? I like them both really equally. I can really take either one. Breaking down this figure, of course, you got the Hordak logo, the Horde logo, I should say, right there on the chest. Very Hordak. You know this is Hordak all day long from the head. Got the nice mohawk going there. Articulation on the head, a little bit limited by the cowl he's got going on over his head, so that does limit things a little bit, but he's got the nice red eyes, kind of the fish, almost merman-esque ears. I do like the soft goods cape. I love a good cape. It's cape season year-round now, thanks to our old friend Lando Calrissian, so he does come with a cape. I will throw this under the bus a little bit for the cape, because the cape was locked in 3 different spots through the cape. Well, we saw that with the McFarlane Kenner Superpower throwback figures. That was just unexcusable to me because it put a hole in the cape. I am happy to report no real hole in the cape. Just very, very small, but man, you got to really, really look for it. Still don't like that. I don't know why you would pierce the cape on any figure. I don't care what we're talking about. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but at least it doesn't glare with the eyes. You don't see it, so that is a good thing. But it is a nice soft goods cape like we've seen with some of these figures. Of course, articulation-wise, the arm removable as we talked about, but you do get the arm spin all the way around. Bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows. You know I'm here for that all day long. Hands removable as well. Head side to side. Like I said, it's pretty good, but it is a little bit limited by his big cowl over there. You do get the waist articulation. You do get some decent splits for the Horde, I guess. We do get a thigh cut. We do get double jointed, pinless knees. And then you do get a boot cut, and you do get ankles up and down. So a lot of articulation there. Of course, he does have a loincloth, like you always got to have in this universe. Everybody had a loincloth. Everybody needed a loincloth. Got to do that. But a very, very good one. And now I'm a little Hordak biased. I like these baddies. I like these bad guys. But man, this does look good. Does throw me back to my childhood. Does he fit on a Ringside Collectible stand? I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, it worked. There it is. Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. Get your old stands there. Make sure you get the Mattel stands. That's what he fits on. And he is a Mattel product, so that does make a lot of sense. But I never did have Hordak as a kid for whatever reason. I guess it was the She-Ra overspray. I didn't have any of those She-Ra figures, Princess of Power figures. Just wasn't for me. I was all in on the He-Man stuff. But I always admired old Hordak from afar. Definitely did. And I do got a little comparison here as I got a Masters Universe Classics edition of Hordak. So you can kind of see these two side by side. I do have the Origins version, but it is in that box set, that Horde box set, and I still have not unboxed that. I think that thing's about 2 years old at this point. Maybe I should just leave it in the package forever. Or maybe I'll unbox it on the channel one of these days. I don't know. But I definitely do like this Hordak. I know a lot of Master Universe Classic fans out there are like, man, I hate that Masterverse is really giving all these figures again and kind of devaluing these a little bit. And I could understand that. I could see that. It probably takes a little bit of the shine off the Masters Universe Classics figures, but to me, Masters Universe Classics is something that I really do love. As you guys know my long story on that, I wanted to collect them so bad. I couldn't collect them because of finances at the time, whatever you want to call it. Couldn't do it. Had to get them all much later. So it just really is something I really do hold near and dear to me as a line, and probably going to be my favorite He-Man line of all time when things are all said and done. Yes, I love the original when I was a player as a kid, but just something special about this line and everything that came with it. I really do like this universe here, but man, something to be said about this Hordak. Heck of a lot cheaper than this one at this day and age, and it does look really good. Has all the modern bells and whistles. You really can't go wrong with either of these. And you can't go wrong with this Hordak. I think it is a worthwhile pickup. As you guys know, you can get a deal eventually on these kind of things, especially with the holiday coming up. But if you need him now like I do, you got to go to Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. But what say you guys on Hordak? You here for Hordak Mania, or you just a passerby in the Hordak world? You guys let me know in the comments down below. And how about you put them in order? Who do you like in order? Skeletor, King Hiss, and Hordak. Give me your order in the comments down below. And of course, like this video, subscribe to the channel. We got videos every single day, so you want to make sure you hit your notification bell. Also, don't forget to follow along on social media at SirPaul64. On Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. ProWrestlingTees.com to support the channel. Pick up a t-shirt. And the best way to support the channel, as usual, is on the Patreon, where we get videos like this much earlier than traditional YouTube. Bonus content, exclusive content, and of course, monthly giveaways over there. And like I said, best of all, you do support the channel. So there it is for the Princess of Power and all the evil horde combined. And Hordak, too. Don't forget him. I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.